not to get back on this, but that's something that I have we got to talk about that because that's the greatest conspiracy in hip hop. No, that's the greatest conspiracy probably and I think our culture, because our culture is way beyond hip hop. That's just puts it in one thing. So what I'm talking about is the passing of your dad. I, so let me tell you what I was at that time when I heard it, how devastational that was. I'm somewhere in another state at that time doing bad boy stuff, going through some, and I'm actually, confined at the time. And it was in the paper, I guess, that morning or something like that. And the guy started talking about it, and it was like devastation. So I'm like, how is this possible?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've had family members that I've taken care of.
Yeah.
And it didn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing I thought, I said, wait a second. They got family members that it took years and years and years and years, and I watched them deteriorate.
Yeah.
I'm watching them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I said, this don't go like that.
Yes, it does not.
It don't work like that. And then I've never since heard of nobody else dying like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
I've never heard since that. It's already happened. All right, if that can happen, why I've never heard of no one else? Nobody else?
Let me hit you with one, because now you tell me, you give me the knowledge that you have taken care of individuals in a sense like that.
Yeah.
You never thought that an individual who had even a sense of HIV where your white blood T cells are weakened.
Mm-hmm.
So have you ever sensed of somebody who is in a weakened state with your immune system to have a surgery in that time? Because why? Your body can even heal itself if you have immune deficiency of your white blood cells. So a week before, matter of fact, days after the news came out of him having HIV, my father went through an operation and fixed leakage in his lungs. And from that operation is when everything went downhill. So as I was a kid, and why I studied this, because why? This monster that took my father away. So when now all of the education that is pumping in me to have as a young kid, and I transitioned to going to high school, and I could take sex education and we can learn about this virus and everything that was for it, but it was in my mind that I'm going to learn about what this is. You know what I mean? How you contract this? What are the ways, the forms of getting this? You feel what I mean? And where did it come from? Knowing that it's man-made, you feel what I mean? But what it does and how does it affect and attack the body, there's certain things that you should even go through in your life if you even have some of this. And then, so me being an AIDS activist as well, a lot of the work I do is out here in Arizona as well. A bad, problem with that, and it's affecting the youth at a very rapid young age. When I first started doing this, it was at age between the ages of 25 to maybe 31, 35. Now it's the age of 25 to 15. 15 to 25 per se. It's younger kids that are sitting there doing that because of the fact they're just living a life they're doing with.
So wait up, we can't gloss over that. You just said, say that again. We can't gloss over that.
The situation,
that's scary shit.
Virus is so bad that when I first started being an AIDS activist and helping come out here with the community to different clinics that offer help, education, and knowledge to this, to sit here and the individuals that run it actually have been living with it for over 20 plus years. Some actually have been victims of rape. Some actually have victims of crimes that weren't even considered a crime back then. One of them actually from New York, where it wasn't a crime for a person to be infected and to sit here and go physically assault a woman, they didn't count that as which is kind of essentially like a deadly crime.
Yes.
Years ago, where that law wasn't passed in New York, that run this clinic and run these foundations. So I go work with them to educate the youth, being of who I am and my father's son, to sit here and want to sit here and get people to what is actually going on. Because despite of what I feel, it is a serious matter that's going on. Even to the fact that I did so much study to understand that they put more into it was a poll for them to sit here and put in Atlanta. They wanted to put an institution that would help with treatment for it, and the government would rather take that money to sit here and go into more firearms or weapons, and didn't pass the law for them to have that. Why? Because Atlanta was so high of AIDS rates, they had the number rated as a third world country, as a state. They had a high rate in Atlanta that their statistics ran so high, like a third world country, of how many have it. So I hope
Atlanta, Georgia.
So
did y'all hear that?
Yeah, so just doing my research and being an AIDS activist to sit here and give them education, places, what's going on, what's the problem, what's the cause of it. A lot of it can sit here and be individuals that can be butthurt and say, hey, you cannot strive it as that, but it came down to me even just educating individuals to a whole sexual matter of how it sexually is, you know what I mean? It don't take just me spitting on you. It has to be a whole sense of bodily fluids that are going to something that you may have an abrasion or a cut in. So individuals don't know a sense like, oh, somebody didn't spit on me or did this, did that. No, you can't connect the track like this. Or so much in the nature.
The oxygen.
Yeah, or so much in the nature as in it's a thin line where people sit here and get it, but you know, it's a higher rate of homosexuality that has it as well. You know what I mean? Because individuals understand how you how you have your form of pleasure is in some way not built in a way to that individual that you're having it with. You know, man's anal passage has a blockage, a wall blockage. You know, I mean, I can't be with you, you know, but they'd be sensitive. Some people would say it as a wall blockage. So when you beat that wall blockage down, it causes bruises and abrasions and sores.
And the female don't have that?
A female has a canal that goes down when she's there, and she tends to have a relationship.
You educated me.
Has a canal that goes down, so therefore
you educated me.
Their anus and intestinal fluids go down the curve.
And the man got the wall. So you're breaking the wall. And that's blood.
So then it causes it causes all kinds of severe bacterial situations in the nature. So, you know, it's all of that. Sharing needles, of course, we know that. And you know, I keep going on, but the statistics was at the time when I started doing this was the ages of 25 to 31.
That's serious.
I just did in February was my last talk and AIDS walk that I did, AIDS awareness day that I did out here in Arizona, and the ages went from 15 to, I want to say, younger than 25. 25 to 15 years old, 15 to 25 years old. So I see the gap of it going down to being attacking the youth. They're out here doing, you know, what they please, how they please, and other things. And, you know, and just not educating themselves for where they stand, because the individuals that first got me out here to do that have been living here so long. So just going to talk and having people be educated to know what your status is how much longer you can sit here and give yourself, because it's not the end of the road. You know what I mean? And also the education of it. Like I tell people now, if this was possible, that this was what my father had. Just knowing the education of knowing what it was, he'd still be alive. Why? He had much money as Michael Johnson.
Yeah, of course.
He had, if not more. If not more, he was making millions of dollars a month. You know what I mean? You know, what was the resources for him to sit here still be? Because I look up as a kid and I see Magic Johnson is still fighting and struggling. Do what we do, and supposedly, quote unquote, living with this virus. You know what I mean? So for how it attacked, it was just, and it seems like you opened up and said it's conspiracy, because why? He just died like that.
I think about this. So you have people out there that say, why would they kill them? Why would COINTELPRO?
Don't fucking play with me, Bigga!
Doing what I do and they don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like it. Every time it's proven they reminded. They reminded that they don't like it. If you don't like they cool to further like it. Further like it.
Never
They
in the
don't
house.
like it. But they know stupid games and stupid prizes. And they don't like it. No, they don't like it.
Don't approach me excited. I might get nervous, and I'm not liable for what I do to you if I'm nervous. Back you down, smack you around, empty a round up in your punk ass clown. Me against you, now that's a slaughter. I give you your own blood to drink like water. I'm begging one of y'all niggas to get out of place, and I'ma have to shotty egg it this in your face. Max men with gas move in. Your ass will get abducted by aliens. I got shit that'll pierce your vest. This shit ain't checkers, nigga. This is a game of chess. You love where I got the world lyrically crazy. She all in my ear like, go ahead, baby. Mr. Keith Murray, Death Squad, hard spitter. When they see me in the streets, they be like, that's my nigga. Keith so mean, I'm an MC goon. I scoop chicks like ice cream. My nickname should be Spoon. Are you really who you say you are in your rhymes? Are you a pathological liar like all of the time? I got timeless bars and infinite flows, but nowadays apparently anything goes. Hoes sound like niggas, niggas dress like hoes, and phony frontin' foes all get exposed. I don't give a goddamn, no if, no maybes. I do my job well, so fuck you, I pay me. So you see, it ain't no biggie like Smalls. My duty of it all is be the beauty of it all. Bigger!
I'm just doing what I do and they don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like it. Every time it's proven they reminded. They reminded that they don't like it. If you don't like they cool to further like it. Further like it. They don't like it. But they know stupid games with stupid prizes. And they don't like it. No, they don't like it.
Time, money for time. Please keep it like the exchange, no crime. We all must die. It's biblical. I see your reflection. It's a miracle. United we stand, divided we fall. And you thought you was nice. Lie, recall. He said hip hop, so I said hooray. Treacherous rhymes like Keith Murray. Celestial will too. Alien. Ain't no bail for the hell you in. He said, ease up, Jesus. I said, little G, need Jesus. Praise your life, you could die twice. Raise the pipe, blow your mind, advice. You don't want war? Please, I keep the peace. Don't want smoke, but I chief with Keith.
Bigger!
I'm just doing what I do and they don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like it. Every time it's proven they reminded. They reminded that they don't like it.